Just when I thought Ashley Trevino's skits couldn't get any worse, they do. Hey everybody, if you're new here, make sure you like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all things internet drama, theme parks, and Ashley Trevino. And if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you click that notification bell so you never miss a video. And in this first clip, Ashley Trevino wants you to come along with her as she gags and cries and throws a toddler tantrum in her nasty ass used BMW. Okay, wait. Quick disclaimer. If you have like a gag reflex, gagging sounds, the sight of seeing someone like gag and just do those kind of gross things, maybe skip ahead a few seconds because the very first portion of this video is what's gross and disgusting.
I'm still outside his house and I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. Do I call the cop? I don't know. No.
I don't believe it. I don't believe anything in that clip. I don't believe she was really gagging. I don't believe she's really crying. I don't believe that Uncle Fester really kicked her out. I don't believe the things that she's going to claim in the clips that I'm about to play. I don't believe any of it. And the reason why I don't believe any of it is because of that crap that Ashley, Bree Santos, and Uncle Fester pulled over the 4th of July weekend. Now, if you haven't seen my past few videos, after this one, go get caught up, because my husband and I have said multiple times that we think that everything they do is a skit. Now, I do want to say that initially when I first saw this and I saw like tears running down her face, I thought that she might like be serious, that this might really be truthful. But then I had to like catch myself like, whoa, girl, like slow down, because she has lied and lied so many times. It's like the boy that cried wolf, right? Remember that story from like elementary school? I think they took that story and they're like, let's just run with it. Let's cry wolf, cry wolf, cry wolf, because that's going to get us money in our pocket short term. But what Ashley doesn't realize, what she's doing long term, is those supporters that she does have, because she does have supporters. If you like it, if I like it or not, she does have supporters, because there are people out there in the world that are just like her and they see all of her success and all of her views and all of her followers and blah, blah, blah. But those people are going to get tired of seeing her act out these skits. Now, I have to say, I do think Ashley's acting is getting a lot better. If you remember back to the first time that Ashley ever tried to pull one of these skits, it was between her and Heffa. The acting was terrible, horrible, just like F rating acting for both of them. But Ashley's gotten really good. And I think she's getting so good with her acting skills because she's such a manipulator at heart. She's nasty. She's disgusting. She's evil, in my opinion. She doesn't care about anyone but herself. She only cares about the short term, right here, right now. How much money can I get in my pocket this week from TikTok or Instagram Live or wherever she's able to go live on that particular week? I don't believe anything that she says or does. I don't believe anything that she has on live. And I will continue to talk about it because I think that Ashley needs to be permanently taken off of all platforms. And who are you people buying her cameos? Didn't we talk about this? Stop sending her money. But there's something really, really disturbing that she's going to say later in this video. And I don't want to spoil it, but it's gross, disgusting. And I think it's going to be triggering for a lot of people who have either dealt with situations with their partner, their husband, their boyfriend, their wife, their girlfriend, and those people are no longer going to support her. And even worse is later in today's video, Ashley's going to claim that she wants to unalive herself. And I think this is the worst thing she could say. We all know Ashley's not going to do anything like that. I at least don't think she would ever do that to herself. And I don't think she really meant that when she said it, but she knew that people would clip her videos and share it online, and she's trying to gain sympathy. But that is a big issue because there are so many people that really do have those thoughts, and there are some people that may act on them if they think that Ashley Trevino is going to act on those ideas in the future. She's not a good person to watch. Nobody should be watching her that looks up to her. I don't look up to her. I don't like her. I don't care about her. My goal from day one of covering Ashley Trevino is to bring awareness and to try to get her off of all platforms. And I have to say, because of my work and the work of so many other creators out there on YouTube and TikTok, we all in our communities have done an amazing job of getting Ashley off of TikTok. Every time she gets a new account, it's gone within a matter of hours or days. So we are doing a phenomenal job. And I think it's time that we continue to spread awareness about how nasty she is and how dangerous she is for society. I mean, there's a reason that Stephanie So put her story about Ashley Trevino on her Rotten Mango podcast versus her Moral of the Story podcast. Stephanie saw it. I see it. And other creators see that Ashley is a danger to herself and society. As we go through today's video, I want you to think about what Ashley's saying, what she's doing, and I want you to let me know in the comments below what you think about each of these clips that we're going to watch. What do you think about her actions, her behavior, and the words that she chooses to use on live? In this next clip, Ashley is very manipulative. She's sad fishing. And she's basically gaslighting us, and it's really gross. It's really strange. And the fact that, let's say that this was all true and this really did happen to her, even though I'm 10 toes deep, I don't think it's true. I don't believe her. But if it were true and she's saying the things that she's saying in this live and gaslighting her audience, it's really dangerous and borderline sinister.
You don't think it's funny, right? For people to treat like this, right? Yeah, I have bruises. Right. He literally put his hands on me. Him and his cousin and his son. They literally grabbed me and threw me to the ground.
In this next clip, you're going to see the kind of support that Ashley gets online when she's potentially been hurt by Uncle Fester. You have to remember before watching this clip that Ashley is not a good person. She doesn't take care of herself. She's rude and disrespectful to her parents. She doesn't take care of her kids. Her kids still don't have beds. I mean, at this point, I'm wondering if they've ever had beds living with her. Probably not. But wait a minute. She didn't even get her own house till she was 36, and then she lost it within a year. She talks bad about other people online. She says racial slurs. She victim blames, and she's always going after teenagers. So this is the kind of love, support, and respect that Ashley gets from other people on the internet.
Oh my God, Mom, are you okay?
Shut the hell up, Bailey! Uncle Fester kicked me out, fool.
Mom, you were refusing to leave their house.
Y manando mi que mis tíos, his son, and his abuelita, like manando me.
Mom, like they just pushed you out of their house.
Kaylee, you weren't even there, dumbass. They did. They kicked me out of their goddamn house. They manhandled me. Look. I got all the bruises right here. I don't know what to do.
Well, maybe you should get off live and call the cops. And not do that.
Shut the hell up, hold on. Hello.
Hey, it's Santos. I could come pick you up. Tell me where you at, Big Mama.
Big Mama? Y'all just come pick me up, fool, please.
Cool. Does Haley need a ride too?
It's okay. You can find a ride, right?
What? Mom!
Hey, I'm the one that needs somewhere to stay. There's a goddamn bus stop down the street.
Sorry, not sorry. This lady is a bad person. She's not good to her kids. Hell, I think this version of Ashley Trevino spends more time with her daughters than the real Ashley Trevino does. In this next clip, Uncle Fester, who I also think is a bad person, now that I know for a fact that he's just part of the whole pyramid scheme, this group of people that's just essentially scamming people online to make money. I don't like him. I don't believe anything he says, but whatever. Here's his short version of what happened the night that Ashley supposedly got beat up.
All right, so explaining everything that happened last night, cops showed up. I showed them videos. My son had videos of the whole situation, everything. We videotaped everything. Cops looked at it. They said, the video don't lie. It was all on video. Thank you, sir. Have a good one. They got an Uber for her and got her home. And I went up, took a shower, and headed to the airport.
In this next clip, Michonne has entered the chat again. See, I think all of these people are characters. I think they come in at the right time to stir up controversy. I mean, Michonne disappeared for like months. We didn't hear about him or hear from him on Ashley's lives, on Bree's lives, on Santos's lives. But if like they're all not friends and don't like each other, why does he randomly pop up? And why is he talking to Uncle Fester of all people? It's really strange to me. I'm not buying it. Not buying it. But for shits and giggles, let's see what Michonne says to Uncle Fester. He does ask some pretty good questions, even though it's all fake. I don't believe it. Never will. Sorry, not sorry.
So what's up with all the bruises on her arms and stuff?
Hey, good question. Good question. That's a good question. I don't know. When she started tripping, I started videotaping. I was like, we got to videotape this stuff.
Just in case you're wondering, in the state of Texas, law enforcement officers are not required to arrest one of the two people that are involved in a DV situation. However, if they do find probable cause during their investigation while on scene, they should be making an arrest. However, if they don't find that there's sufficient evidence or they just don't see that there's probable cause, they can just separate the two people. So for those out there saying that one of them should have been arrested if it was a DV situation, not necessarily, not in the state of Texas. They are legally allowed to just separate them for the night. And I do believe that if this situation really did happen, that's why the cops did separate Ashley from Uncle Fester. I do believe that that's why they called an Uber for her, because she's obviously highly, highly intoxicated. And obviously they're not going to let her drive. But you're going to see later in this video that Ashley has a different version of the story, because of course she does. All of it is really weird, really strange. And when you start to piece together everybody's stories, they do change slightly. And you're going to see later in this video that Uncle Fester's story does kind of stay the same, but he just conveniently has a reason for everything that happened on that night. And it just makes me not believe him even more. There's nothing anyone can say or do to make me believe that this is not a skit. And one of the reasons why I believe that everything is a skit is because of this next clip. Ashley is crying over her shampoo and conditioner.
They didn't even give me my shampoo and conditioner. Like, they didn't. And I told them I had stuff in the shower, and they were like, buy your own stuff. And I said, that is mine. Like,
in this next clip, Uncle Fester is on his way to board a plane, and he gives us a little more information about what he says happened on that night.
They saw all the video evidence, and they They said, that's all we need to see. I'm glad you recorded. I said, yeah. So I recorded, my son recorded, and they left. They got her an Uber home because she couldn't drive home. And that's that.
In this next clip, Ashley continues to manipulate her audience by saying 3 men manhandled her and she just doesn't know what to do.
It's me. It was him. His where to go. He literally threw all my shit outside. It was 3 guys that handled me, and I don't know what the fuck to do. I just want to kill myself. I don't have nowhere to go right now. 3 guys fucking pushed me into the wall, pushed me into the bricks walls of the house, and threw me on the ground, and handled me, and I couldn't. It's just me. It was him, his son, and his cousin, and they handled me. Like, my arms are hurting right here. They're burned. And over here. Like, look, there's bruises already for me. Where to go? They literally.
Now, Ashley, there were no damn bruises on your arm. What are you talking about? There were no bruises there. There were no bruises. Now, in that clip, that's initially after allegedly this situation happened. Where are the bruises? I don't know. Okay, listen, let's be fair. Bruises don't always show up right away. Sometimes it does take a few hours or maybe even a day for bruises to, start to show up. I get that. I understand that. But the fact that she's sitting there going, look at my arm, there's bruises when there's nothing there. There's visibly nothing there. That just is another reason why I just don't believe anything that she says. Not to mention, did you hear what she said? She said that she wanted to unalive herself. That behavior is really dangerous. I don't know why she was able to continue to be on live after saying something like that. That is very, very red flag behavior. If it were true, she should not be able to have a platform where people can watch her and look up to her and emulate her behavior. Because let's be honest, when you're an influencer, because although I don't think she's an influencer, she is an internet personality, if we like it or not. And when you have somebody like that on the internet that says they want to unalive themselves just because, they're sad or upset or crashing out over something, does not make it okay. It makes it very dangerous for you to be online saying those kind of things. I don't think Ashley should ever be allowed to be on the internet ever again. Her behavior is spiraling out of control. And although I do think that the majority of this is a skit, I do think that there's a small fragment of all of this that is true. I do really think Ashley is spiraling out of control. I've always said it. I think she's depressed. I don't think she has self-confidence. She doesn't have self-worth. And I do think that maybe possibly kind of sort of allegedly, in my own opinion, and all the other protective words, that she is someone who does have those thoughts about herself and possibly could be someone who would delete themselves. She shouldn't be on the internet for various reasons. But that reason, that statement, those few words alone make me very scared for her, her daughters, and her audience of supporters. In this next clip, we're finally going to see what pushed Ashley overboard. At least in my opinion, I think that Ashley is upset because Uncle Fester is going to Las Vegas. He's not taking her. And we all know that Ashley isn't confident. She has no self-esteem. She's incredibly jealous. and manipulative when it comes to her partners. She's very untrusting of whoever she is. Doesn't matter who it is. She doesn't trust them. I don't even know why she tries to get in relationships, because she's obviously not a trusting person. But anyway, whatever. You're going to see in the next clip why I think Ashley started to act out the way she did.
Vegas. I'm going there in the morning.
Huh?
You're ready?
It's over. It's in the bag, I think.
In this next clip, Ashley says that Theo Fester's cousin wants her to take down all the pictures and videos she shared online. But of course, Ashley can't do that because she has to spread awareness for other people in her situation.
Uncle Fester's cousin texted me to take all my videos and pictures down, but I'm not doing that because I want people to be aware that this is not the first time it's happened. It's not the second time. It's not the third time. It's happened multiple times. Like, literally. It's happened, like, a lot. It's not okay.
It's really disgusting to me because there are people that live with that live that life every day. And if this didn't happen to her, which I don't believe it did, then she is the most vile, nasty, disgusting person I've ever seen on the internet. In this next clip, it's the next day and Ashley is driving somewhere. I don't really know, but she's basically in the car driving around, maybe just driving in circles. Who really knows? Who really cares? But she's basically giving us a sober version of what happened the night before. And, you know, she keeps bringing up this damn Louis Vuitton bag like it's another character in the plot line. I wish she would shut up about Louis Vuittons. I mean, she's making them all look cheap and nasty and gross. And now nobody wants to carry Louis Vuittons. And if you do carry Louis Vuitton, you feel kind of nasty, gross, and cheap. Do I have a Louis Vuitton? Yeah. Do I have real ones? Yeah. Do I have fake ones? Yeah. Do I sometimes feel embarrassed when I carry them? Maybe.
And that's when they started throwing all my shit outside. Everything. So I have the Louis in I have it in my bags. I don't know where I'm going to be staying at these next few days. I'm not going back to my parents only because I'm not going to sleep in the living room. And I don't want to bring the stress of me to my parents, so.
And just in case you need a reminder as to why I don't believe Ashley, and even if it did happen to her, I do have sympathy for her, but not really. And the reason why is because of what she says in this next clip. So we all know that Ashley victim blames. She blames the victims that were unalived by the people that she talks to in jail. You know, all of her inmate boyfriends that aren't really her boyfriends. They never were. They just wanted her to send them like commissary money. And the fact that she thinks that like she had a relationship with all of them is really weird and gross. But anyway, in this next clip, this is like years ago, like maybe a year ago, not years ago, but like a year ago or a little over a year ago, where Ashley was like hanging out with Heartbreaky in Orlando, which by the way, she didn't take her kids to Disney. She just took herself. Anyway, whatever. Ashley's talking to Heartbreaky and they're talking about the Chris Watts case, and listen to what Ashley has to say about Shanann, the victim. And of course, we know her beautiful children were also taken away from the world by Chris Watts. But listen to what Ashley has to say about her. And then if you wonder why people don't have sympathy for her, well, this is one of the thousands of reasons. In this next clip, Ashley goes from saying that, well, maybe if she wasn't annoying, he wouldn't have done that to her, about a beautiful wife and mother who was taken away from all of us from a nasty, gross man.
The unalived his
Okay,
wife.
well, it's not my fault. Act like it's my fault. Maybe if he was happy, he wouldn't have.
And you wonder why we don't like you, Ashley. Hello, do you know the shit you say online? In this next clip, we go from Ashley blaming a victim because she was maybe annoying and that's why she was unalived by her husband, to asking us, it's okay for this to happen to me. Look, y'all think this is okay, right? She is so gross. Stop sending her money. $70 on Cameo. Are you guys crazy? Send me your $70.
But that's okay, right? Like, literally, that's okay, right? All them bruises that y'all see on my arm is okay, right? Like, seriously? Look at that. But that's okay, right? Right?
In this next clip, Ashley's in her car crying some more because Uncle Fester put his hands on her. Well, maybe you were annoying, Ashley. Maybe you were annoying. I sure know she annoys the fuck out of me.
Put his hands on me. It's fine, right? He literally put his hands on me. Him and his cousin and his son. They literally grabbed me and threw me to the ground, right? I just want my dad. I just want my dad. For 3 guys to grab me, and I feel so undefeated. They literally grabbed me and threw me out. A man that I trusted to protect me didn't protect me, and he hurt me. My arms hurt. I don't know where to go. They didn't even give me my shampoo and conditioner.
There she goes crying about that damn shampoo and conditioner again. And I am so sorry. But her saying, I want my dad. That is so gross to me. And let me tell you why. Because when her kids are upset and crying and sad about their dad, you know what she says to them? She says, well, at least he's not here now, because if he was here, he would have been deported. And being deported is way worse than not being on the planet Earth anymore to love, support, and care from you and protect you from me. Okay, well, she didn't say that last part, but you guys know what I mean. But in this next clip, Ashley's had an epiphany and she wants to change her life. Of course you do. Of course you do, Ashley, because more people will send you money on that day because they think, oh no, Ashley's been drug around and beat up by all these men, so we're going to send her money. You people should be studied that send her money. Like, seriously. Thoroughly.
I need to get my life right. I need to get my mind right. I want to get in counseling. I'm going to see if my manager can put me in counseling, because I think it's time for me to go. Like, literally, to counseling. If I don't get the help right now, then I just know, like, it's going to get worse. I need to go get help right now. If there was like a women's shelter or something, I would go stay at. I might rent a cabin in Oklahoma. I don't know. I might do something like that just to be alone for a few, or take my kids out there, just us, and just spend time. I need something to help me, because right now my mind is not right and I can feel it. Like, I feel like I'm in a world that I don't even know right now.
Absolutely, under no circumstances should Ashley be around her kids. If she is like, what's the word, volatile, like unhinged, I don't know, like mentally she's not stable, like unstable person. She does not need to take her kids to a cabin in Oklahoma. That is the Lifetime movie type of shit I've been talking about for months since I found out who she was. She does not need to be around her kids. In my opinion, she should not be allowed to go be with her kids unless it is supervised, unless there's like a moderator or a monitor or like whatever that shit is that Bree has to pay for to see baby Winter. Ashley, in my opinion, should not be allowed to be around her kids. If she's going online, saying the things that she's saying, if it wasn't bad enough that she's just being racist and a nasty person. I mean, we all know that you can be racist and a nasty person and still be able to like raise your kids. But when you are saying online, on live, that you are mentally unstable, that you want to unalive yourself, that you're lost, that the world feels like something you don't know, those are all red flags, red flags, red flags. She should not be allowed to be around her kids. And I'm starting to wonder if this is why her kids really don't want to be around her, because she doesn't seem like somebody that just said those words for the first time because she's going through something she's never experienced. She seemed very comfortable saying those words about unaliving herself. And it just seems like she's said this many times before in the past. And of course, I don't have proof of that. I'm just speculating for shits and giggles. But one thing I'm not speculating for shits and giggles is the fact that her kids could, in my opinion, potentially be put in a dangerous situation if they are ever to go anywhere alone with Ashley in the near future. In this next clip, I think Ashley, hopefully, maybe, but probably not, realizes that nobody really cares about her. I've been saying this for a long time. Nobody cares about her. They all use her for money, for views, for followers, to get their accounts where they want them to be. And if this is true and it really did happen and there really was like a DV situation between Ashley and Uncle Fester, she saw, according to this clip, that nobody cares about her enough to pick up the phone.
I was calling people like crazy last night that I could figure out who was close to me just to come pick me up. And nobody answered. I Ubered because the cops didn't let me drive. That's why I didn't press charges, because his son was there. And I wouldn't never want to get arrested in front of my kids. I wouldn't want him to get arrested in front of his son. And then he had Vegas today. Like, I'm not a mean person, because if I was, I could have pressed charges last night and he would be in jail right now. Cops did take pictures of my arms and my body before I left. So before I left, they did take pictures of me from all directions of my body and my arms. So I had marks, he didn't.
This next clip, Michonne is pressing Uncle Fester a little bit more for answers, and at least he's pressing him a little bit more in this clip than he was in the last clip, and he's still, in my opinion, asking some of the right questions and asking Theo Fester why he's avoiding answering those questions.
So why do you keep going away from the questions about last night?
I didn't. I answered the question.
So you told her to leave, right?
Yeah.
So how did you get her out?
Te dije que llegaron los policías, que no?
Okay.
Okay.
And so who put that on her arm? The cops?
I don't know who put that shit on there. It wasn't me.
Now, Uncle Fester is lying right here. He's lying right here in this clip. He knows how the marks got there. I don't believe any of it, but if it is true, it's really strange that Theo Fester is changing up his story so much in such a small amount of time.
It wasn't me.
Do you have a police report?
I wouldn't be. A police report?
Yeah, they would give you one because you were involved in it. That's why it was your house.
No, I don't know. They haven't done it yet.
Where's the incident report?
Nobody gave me no incident report.
No, and it happened at your house?
In my house.
In your house, and you didn't get a case report? Oh yeah, it's all fake.
It's your lips that are fake, bro. It's your lips.
Yeah, there's a reason why you just lost 5,000 followers. There's a reason why.
It doesn't matter to me.
There's a reason why.
Hey,
now, Michonne is right. In this situation, under Texas law, there is an incident report, and it should be like public knowledge, at least like the time, the date, the occurrence, blah, blah, blah. Maybe not all the details. I'm not sure about that. But the initial report that there was a call placed, blah, blah, blah. All of that should be public knowledge. I did look that up before I made this video. I didn't take the time to search the records because I'm not doing that. But if you guys have seen an incident report, let me know in the comments below, girl. What does it say? Because I'm very interested, but not interested enough to go look it up myself. In this next clip, Theo Fester is giving us a little more details about what happened on that night. And this is where you're going to see where he admits to grabbing Ashley allegedly. Well, it's not allegedly because he admits it, so fuck that. Theo Fester admits to grabbing Ashley, and he claims that that's how she got the bruise on her arm that we saw in the later clips. Now, at one point during the night, there were no bruises, and then later in the night or the next day, Ashley shows bruises, which Initially, I thought that they were self-inflicted by Ashley. I don't know if they were. I don't know if they were not. I don't know if she did it, if he did it, if their manager did it. I don't know who did it. But basically, in this clip, if it's all a skit, Theo Fester's an idiot because he does admit to grabbing her. And although he does make it seem like, well, if he didn't grab her, then she potentially, well, she could have, well, just watch the video.
We went out to a little sports bar. We were shooting pool. I was pretty much the DD. Everybody was taking shots, having fun, just like we all do, right? We were driving home. Just kidding. Wanted to open the door while we were driving, so I grabbed her as I'm slamming on the brakes. Vince and Karma were in the back seat witnessing it. Marks that you see on her arm is from me grabbing her and trying to keep her from falling out of the car. So that's what happened. I had to grab her while I slowed down. Embarrassing thing. We ran out of gas.
I don't know. There's something about the giggling for me that makes me question all of this. I don't know. Like I'm 99% sure this is a skit, but there's still that 1% of me, even though I'm like, oh, you can't convince me nothing. I think, this is all bullshit in a skit. There is that one little teeny tiny percent of me that thinks that maybe this is true. And if it is true, the fact that he's kind of chuckling at the fact that she potentially could have fell out of the car if he didn't grab her is really weird, really strange, and really gross to me. And I don't know. I just think they're terrible people. Like, I get it. You want to watch people online that are like unhinged for entertainment purposes, but I don't think we should be giving these people this amount of views and this amount of like notoriety. I mean, Ashley Trevino is literally getting paid $70 on Cameo for saying stupid shit to people, and like people are actually paying her. Like, it's so weird. It's so gross. It's so disgusting. And just when we thought we'd heard enough about this, no, Ashley's got more to say.
He's gonna want to look like the good guy because he's trying to get the clout right now from me. But honestly, you guys, like, to put your hands on a female and 3 guys against 1 female, and I'm not big. I'm 4'11". Like, y'all might think I'm a big bitch, but I'm not. Like, bro, I'm small as fuck.
Ashley, we never said you weren't small. We said you were fat. You're big. You're heavy. You're overweight. You're obese. Hell, girl, I'm probably considered obese, so I feel fine saying that to you. You is a big bag. You are a big bitch. You are a big girl. You're a big beluga. You're a big biggin. Nobody's saying that you're not tiny in regards to your height. They're saying that you're not tiny in every other capacity.
Like, bro, I'm small as fuck. And 3 fucking guys against 1 female. I was so defeated last night. I had 1 throwing me against the wall in reality, and now my arms are hurt. I couldn't even sleep last night because I was so hurt. Like, I was hurting. Honestly, like, y'all are probably thinking, like, well, why didn't you leave? In these situations, how long does it take them to leave? How long does it take them to actually leave a person that they really love and care for? He might have not felt the same way about me, but my love and my care for him was real genuine. And he wouldn't even give me my shampoo and conditioner and my body soap, you guys.
Not the damn shampoo and conditioner again. Like, this lady and her priorities. Like, what the hell are you worried about shampoo and conditioner for? Like, are you that hard up on money that you can't afford shampoo and conditioner? Why do you keep talking about the shampoo and conditioner? Like, shut up. But what do you guys think about today's video? What do you think about the fact that Ashley and Theo Fester and whoever her management team is this week is setting up all these dirty, nasty, low-down, grimy skits? Or do you think they're not skits at all? Like, I'm really kind of torn. Do you think that we should all love, support, give Ashley grace, galaxies, and $70 for cameos? Make sure you let me know in the comments below. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. And if you want to stay up to date on all things internet drama, theme parks, and Ashley Trevino, make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time,